I should have known that you would be here. Professor McGonagall?
Good evening, Professor Dumbledore. Are the rumors true, Albus?
I'm afraid so, Professor. The good and the bad.
And the boy?
Hagrid is bringing him.
Do you think it wise to trust Hagrid with something as important as this?
Ah, Professor, I would trust Hagrid with my life.
Professor Dumbledore, sir. Professor McGonagall.
No problems, I trust, Hagrid?
No, sir. Little Tyke fell asleep just as we were flying over Bristol. Try not to wake him. There you go.
Albus, do you really think it's safe? Leaving him with these people. I've watched them all day. They're the worst sort of muggles imaginable. They really are.
The only family he has.
This boy will be famous. There won't be a child in our world who doesn't know his name.
Exactly. He's far better off growing up away from all of that. Until he is ready. There, Hagrid. It's not really goodbye after all.
One by one across Denver, gone are the old yellow streetlights, and in their place, 44,000 white LED lights are popping up across the city.
You know how they have the big construction lights? And so I came to the front door and I looked out just because I was curious what was going on, and I was really surprised to see it was the light.
Denver has been converting to LEDs one neighborhood at a time, but in the lower Highlands, some are not happy with where those lights are pointing.
It's so bright in the living room that I have to close the blinds.
It'd be nice if they maybe dimmed them according to how dark it is.
Denver Public Works says the lights they are using have a 3,000 Kelvin rating, which is at the low end of the industry standard of 4,000. They say the LEDs will save money and be more energy efficient.
Part of sustainability is also not having light pollution. And I know we're in the city, but it doesn't probably need to be that bright.
LED lights can be a significant source of dirty electricity. I've left a reference there for his journal article. The exposure to dirty electricity can have a significant effect on humans and animals. And Samuel Millam has shown very nicely that exposure to LED lights with dirty electricity has been able to drop the milk production in a 550 dairy herd by 2,170 kilograms per day for the 3 days that the lights were installed. And that milk production returned to normal when the normal incandescent lights were used instead. They also discovered that when lights that had dirty electricity filtered out of them were also used in the milking shed, the milk production for the cows returned to normal. I spend my time looking after patients and the living, but you might spare a thought if you're interested in the insect life and perhaps bird life in your area, that there is certainly an effect on insects, including moths, when the streetlight colour changes. It would appear that the whiter light is very attractive to night insects, and they are also very, very sensitive to that spectrum. And it appears that they would just fly around the light until they become totally exhausted and die. So if you want to get rid of some insects, you might use some bright blue street lights. But if you're worried about the health effects, using insects as an early warning mechanism for what might happen to us humans, then you might want to pause and consider the issues involved.